Bellevue Police Department just kicked off their fourth annual 100 Safe Days of Summer over the weekend. It's part of an effort to prevent impaired and distracted driving.
And joining the conversation this morning is Traffic Officer Seth Tyrah. Seth, thank you so much for joining us. A really important conversation this morning.
Thanks for having me.
This is the fourth year of this campaign, I understand. Can you explain more about what the campaign is and why it was launched in the first place?
Yeah, of course. 100 Safe Days of Summer is all part of the statewide initiative as part of Target Zero. And the goal of Target Zero is to reduce traffic deaths in the state of Washington to zero by the year 2030. And so part of that, as the 100 Safe Days of Summer, we had extra DUI patrols out. That started last weekend. We had officers from all over the region that were in Bellevue looking for those impaired drivers. Unfortunately, we've seen a spike in impaired driving arrests in Bellevue, 21% increase this year compared to last year. So we really want to get the message out. If you drink, don't drive. There's so many other options these days as far as ride shares. You can call a friend, you can take transit, but do not drive. We will be out there looking for you.
That data is really hard to hear. You know, a 21% spike in impaired driving incidents. Why do you think we're seeing an increase in these incidents?
Well, part of it is that we have more officers that are trained to identify and locate these drivers. So our officers in Bellevue are very proactive. If they see an impaired driver, we're going to make the stop. And if they're impaired, they're going to be arrested and booked into jail. So I can tell you that it's not worth the risk. DUI can cost upwards of $10,000 as far as legal fees, court fees. You would have an interlock device in your car to start the car. So it's not worth the hassle. Again, there's Uber, there's Lyft, there's other options that are much cheaper and easier.
I know, Seth, as a traffic officer, you have no doubt seen situations like this before. Focusing on driving impaired for a second, what should people know more about the dangers of driving under the influence and the potential impacts of that behavior?
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned that as a traffic officer, I've unfortunately been to serious injury and fatality crashes involving impaired drivers. In fact, you may recall last summer, a young lady was driving over 100 miles an hour in a Porsche and unfortunately killed her passenger in Bellevue. So these accidents do happen. Usually they don't have a happy ending. So we really want to have everyone go home safe. If you choose to drink, don't drive.
And more on that important messaging, those tips you just gave. Any tips for parents who have teens that maybe just got their license or hitting the road on their own for the first time this summer?
Yeah, so what we're seeing is a lot of distracted driving with teens. They've got apps, they've got notifications, and they really feel the urge to check those notifications instantly. So it's important as a parent, talk to your kids about putting the phone in the center console, putting it somewhere where they can't reach it, because we are seeing a higher number of crashes involving young folks. And unfortunately, for people under 20, we know that they're about 3 times more likely to be involved in a fatal traffic collision because their brains are still developing. So it's important to talk to your kids about not driving while distracted, paying attention to the road, and if they get into a car and the driver's distracted, speaking up and saying something. And that could be just something as simple as put down the phone, I want to be safe.
How do you think parents should start that conversation, Seth, based on what you've seen in your line of work over the years and some of these horrific crashes that you've responded to? What suggestions do you have for parents or guardians about even how to start that conversation to try to get that message across?
Well, we know that, kids always think, this will never happen to me because it hasn't happened to them. But what I can say is that for parents, a good way to start that conversation is to let their kids know this can happen anywhere at any time. And you have to be responsible for your own personal safety. We've seen some really unfortunate incidents with younger drivers. You may recall the incident in Renton where the 18-year-old driver was just sentenced for killing a family of 4 because he was speeding through a red light. We had an 18-year-old motorcyclist in Bellevue just last month that unfortunately died. So this can happen anywhere. It can happen to anyone, and it's important for everyone, including younger drivers. They need to be responsible for their own safety.
Seth, what kind of impact does seeing those types of situations have on you as somebody who works in law enforcement?
Well, it's super unfortunate because I know that all of these are preventable. It's because of one bad decision that someone made to either drive after they've been drinking or drive too fast or drive recklessly. And it only takes a moment to make a decision that can affect your life or the life of another family forever. So it's really important for folks to realize that those actions do have consequences.
Yeah, and those incidents that you mentioned have all been so devastating for the community and the families. Officer Tyler, thank you so much for the work you do out on the roads, and thanks for joining us here on ARC Seattle.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Of course, yeah, it really is important to get that message out there and to just start that conversation with your teens. I mean, I think it should be consistently repeated in schools, at home, because kids, they want to have fun during summer months. They want to be out with their friends, but they've got to do it safely. And I mean, time and time again, we hear about these incidents. He just mentioned like 4 of it have happened in the past 2 years that are always tough to hear about.
And I'm sure you remember, I certainly do, when you first get that driver's license, you're excited about having that power of going out in a vehicle and driving to go see friends or errands or that sort of thing. But you have to do it safely. And I think it's important for parents and guardians to have that conversation. Keep having that conversation because you need to drill it into somebody's head about how important it is to stay focused, not have any sort of factors influence having your eyes on the road.
It really doesn't get old, that messaging.